Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be testing out that brand new brawler Otis. So as you can see, basically got him to power 11, just need a few more power points. We're going to be testing him out. Already tried him in Power League a few times, so I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on whether he's going to break the game or not. So before we jump into it, make sure you're using the create code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, jumping into the first game then. So Otis, just from his mechanics overall, seems incredibly frustrating to face against. Let's see if he's actually broken though. I just feel like this mechanic in the game already I was really skeptical about. So as you guys probably know, I was on holiday for a long time, so not really played too much Brawl Stars, and also didn't do any sneak peeks. So I've got a lot of videos to do, a lot of videos to catch up on, and a lot of like meta ranking videos to do. So yeah, we'll be jumping into that in the next few days. So first off, we've got to be playing out the Otis. So Otis for me already has to be like a top half brawler just alone because of his super, right? His super seems incredibly broken. Being able to just use a super against any aggro brawler, they can't have any sort of counterplay. That's going to be the most broken thing. So his gadget's going to be really strong as well. So if you even miss his super, it's going to stay on the floor until the enemy runs over it, which is just crazy. Combine that with his first star power, which makes his super last for 4 seconds. It's just going to be really strong. So one thing I have noticed already is that it doesn't really charge his super as quick as I thought he would, because his shots aren't really like the easiest to hit. I mean, I've already got my super twice in a minute, which is okay, but on maps like Backyard Bold, for example, I was facing off against like a Corona Leon, and it was pretty hard for me to charge my super, whether that's just me being trash, I don't really know. So Fang here, he can't even pass the ball, so I know for sure that his super is going to be really toxic in Brawl, especially when you're about to score. You can just super the opponent and more than likely just walk it in because they can't even do anything about it. So we're just going to use our gadget right here. Even though we didn't even connect it onto him, we're able to well, he's able to walk into it. So for the most part, people are just going to run away, right? There's no point even walking towards the enemies when you've got that marked. So, and of course you want to use that super as close to the opponent as possible, because you've only got 4 seconds. Well, 4 seconds is a lot, but when you're really far away, 4 seconds is a long time, so you want to make good use of that super because it takes so long to charge it back up. So we've got 1 minute left. Not really done the complete most with Otis, but it does seem pretty powerful. Of course, it takes a little while to get used to his mechanics and really know whether he's as OP as everyone thinks he is. So that's going to be a takedown on the Surge. We've got the Fang really weak here. We're going into overtime. Otis should be really strong in OT, especially just being able to mark one player, but we're going to keep the ball here, try and keep these guys pretty weak. Then it's going to tap the Surge up, and we should be able to get a super onto at least one of them, and it should at least get us the goals. So Fang's going to super in here. He's not going to be able to do anything, so that's something you definitely don't want to be doing against an Otis. You're going to have zero chance to do really anything. Okay, I completely missed that super, but should be able to get the ball out of the corner here. Let's see if I can stay alive. Fang is missing pretty much all of his shots. I'm staying alive so well here. If I didn't waste my super on the Surge, probably could have used the super on the Fang and got the kill. But we have a B in overtime and a Colette against the Fang. This should be GG's, but I don't want to jinx it just yet. So 30 seconds left. We should be able to outrange this Surge pretty easily. Otis has some decent range as well. So for the most part, you should be able to outrange most of your enemies. So you've got to bear that in mind as well. He's got some decent range. We should be able to get close to this Byron right here. That should be a goal. Okay, Rolo goes for that right there. We should be able to super the Surge. He's not able to super that away. If we're able to kill him in time, this should be a goal right here. So that's going to be the first game. Really toxic super, as you can see. Let's hop into the next game. Alright guys, so hopping into the second game. And so you've seen in the last game that was the perfect example of a game-changing super, especially in that scenario. Like, they're trying to clear the ball away. May have a super. They can't even use it. So the only really counterplay I can recommend against Otis is just trying to clear the ball as quickly as possible. Your reactions are going to have to be really good to actually kind of counter him, but still you're not going to be able to do too much, especially when you have this gadget, right? This gadget has to be easily one of the best gadgets inside of a game because of how strong his super is. You're basically guaranteed to get 3 lots of value with it. With every gadget you're going to get value with it, which is just insane. It's like a bell trap, but just absolutely cracked out. Like, you can't do anything against that gadget to really counter it if you put it in a choke point. So yeah, I'm going to use my gadget right here, and you can see they have to kind of go that way. So if we force the ball over to the left, they're going to almost straight away walk into that super. So you can see the Mortis right here. He's going to be trapped by that super. We've got ball charging in here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get my super off in time. So it's all about kind of saving that super for the right scenarios, because Otis doesn't really do the most damage up close. He does about around 1,900, I believe, with 1 ammo. So not really the most damage, but not really anything to be shy of as well. So looking to get the pinch on Vitara. Really nice super by Roller right here. But looks like the Mortis, he's going to try and collect the ball. It's just so incredibly frustrating to face against. I know it's going to be so painful. So we're going to have to see how Brawl Stars balance this one, because it's just such a toxic trait to have in Brawl Ball, right? Especially so. Getting close to our super again. So Tara's going to use a good super right there. Unfortunately, haven't got enough capabilities to get the ball away there, but we're getting close to our super. So it's going to be basically a 3 kills. So you kind of want to play Otis as well with brawlers that maybe do like a lot of damage really quickly, because you're going to be able to just burst people down once you get that super onto them. So should be able to get those Tara pets down right there. So I'm going to pop my gadget just in case I do miss my super. So that's going to be a really good thing right there. We're going to pop the super onto the ball. He's going to be pretty much dead there. Let's see if we can get the pinch. Mortis going to probably take us down, so we need to heal up. A nice kill on the ball right there. Tara's going to use a super. It's going to somehow get me down. I was really close to that super, but fortunately my teammates are up and should be able to deal with this Mortis in a 2v1 situation. So although Otis does counter tanks really well, I feel like if you can swarm Otis with multiple tanks, it can be a big problem, right? Because of course he doesn't do the most burst damage. So it looks like we should be in a good position to score here. Going to pass it over to Dennis. That's going to be the win. Let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, jumping into the next game. And so just looking at our matchup against their enemies, we want to be facing off against that BB as much as possible. It's going to feed our super the most, and BB's not going to have a single way of countering me if I get that super onto us. So I mean, any brawler can't, but you get what I mean. You want to face off against brawlers that feed your super a lot quicker, because it does take a little bit of a while to feed that super up. So we're getting close to the super right here. So of course, just like you kind of play Tara in a way, that's the kind of way I resemble it in some ways, because once you get close to that super, you want to push up next to the wall, because you know you're about to make a game changing play. So I'm going to pass this over to the BB. We're going to super her. She's not going to be able to do anything. Fortunately enough, my teammates were helping me with that pinch, else that BB could have probably got out of that super form and probably screwed us over right there. So that's going to be a nice goal, a nice pushback from Rolo. It's looking pretty decent so far. So one thing I also noticed as well, as I played, I don't know if I mentioned it, but played Power League on Backyard Bowl and against a Crow and a Leon. And again, it's just so hard to charge up my super against them because they're pretty fast. And when I did get my super, it just seemed like I got pinched a little bit too much. So maybe on the long range maps, Otis might not be the best, although you're kind of over time just feeding Otis. So if you play really defensive with him, you're going to eventually get that game changing super. So we'll have to see. It's been really interesting to counter Otis. That's one thing I will like about the new Brawl in the meta. So we're going to place this super right here. Crow, he's got no ammo, so we can just run in and take him down like that. That's nearly charged my super 3/4, so at least you're getting some good supercharge when you do kill a brawler like Crow. Looks like Shelly is pretty weak here. We've got about a minute left to try and kill this game off. Again, we're going to hit the mark on the Crow. Not really the best super right there, because it didn't really allow us to get the kill on him. But you see right there, he's just running it off. So a lot of the time, you can just get yourself in a 2v3 situation, because they've got no choice then to just run away. So we should be able to kill the BB right here. Getting close to a super as well. So if Crow wants to jump on me, I could just use my super and just stop him from killing me. So 30 seconds left. We've got to be careful of this Shelly. Completely missed my super there, but fortunately enough, we have the BB just running it into our face to charge that super back up. So that is pretty nice. Shelly, she's going to use her gadget. We need to try and kill her as quickly as possible. Oh no, she's got band-aid. That is so dangerous, especially with that super. But fortunately enough, our teammates are able to cover us. So you can see right here that Otis in these 1v1 situations is just so incredibly broken. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and let me know what type of videos you want to see, because of course I haven't uploaded for like 7 days, so I've got so many videos to catch up on. I'm going to probably do like a meta video tomorrow, just discussing the meta, but I could even try and get the Power League skin in one day. We'll have to wait and see. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.